Raider Nation, what's up? The NFL draft is right around the corner, and there's plenty of speculation about what the Las Vegas Raiders might do in 2025. One of the latest reports suggests that the team recently met with Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers as part of their draft evaluation process. Ewers was a highly touted high school prospect, a five-star recruit, and the number one, first overall player in the 2021 recruiting class. During his high school career, he threw for nearly 6,500 yards and 73 touchdowns in just 22 games. He initially committed to Ohio State, but saw little playing time before transferring to the University of Texas. At Texas, Ewers found success. Over 36 games, he posted a 27-9 record as a starter, throwing for over 9,000 yards, 68 touchdowns, and 24 interceptions while completing about 65% of his passes. In 2023, he led Texas to a 12-2 record, a Big 12 championship, and their first ever college football playoff appearance. In 2024, he took the team back to the playoffs, making it all the way to the national championship before falling to Ohio State. That season, he threw for over 3,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. However, Ewers has faced questions about inconsistency and injuries. While once seen as a potential first-round pick, many now project him as a day 2 or even day 3 selection. His decision-making under pressure has been a concern, and some even debate whether he was the best quarterback on Texas' roster last season. Still, Ewers remains an option the Raiders could consider later in the draft. But another intriguing prospect is Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe. According to reports, the Raiders are set to host Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe for a private meeting. Milroe is an exciting prospect, known for his elite physical traits and high upside as a quarterback. A former 4-star recruit, Milroe took over as Alabama's starter and showcased his dual threat ability. In 2023, he led the Crimson Tide to a 12-1 record, completing nearly 66% of his passes for over 2,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. On the ground, he added 531 rushing yards and 12 rushing touchdowns. In 2024, Alabama finished with a 9-4 record, and Milroe once again threw for over 2,800 yards. However, his passing numbers dipped slightly, with 16 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. What stood out, though, was his production as a runner. He rushed for 726 yards and an astonishing 20 rushing touchdowns, putting up numbers that resemble those of a top-tier running back. Milroe is a true boom or bust prospect, and his draft stock is unpredictable. He struggled during the Senior Bowl but rebounded with a solid showing at the NFL Combine, particularly in deep ball drills. Most recently, he turned heads at Alabama's Pro Day, where the biggest headline was his 40-yard dash time. Alabama reported that he ran an incredible 4.37 seconds on his second attempt, an almost unheard-of time for a quarterback. While that number isn't fully verified, whether he's a 4.3 or 4.4 runner, one thing is certain: Milroe is a rare athlete at the quarterback position. At 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds, with blazing speed and a powerful arm, he has the physical tools that NFL teams dream about. That's why so many people see him as a potential game-changing playmaker at the next level. Overall, Jalen Milroe remains a raw prospect. While his athleticism is undeniable, he still struggles with consistency as a passer, particularly with accuracy on intermediate throws. There are also questions about how he would adapt to a pro-style NFL offense. Still, it's intriguing that the Raiders are showing interest in him. His draft stock is all over the place. Depending on the mock draft, he's been projected anywhere from the late first round to as late as the 4th round. Some analysts see him as a potential fit for teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, who hold the 21st overall pick, and given the league's constant demand for quarterbacks, it wouldn't be surprising to see a team take a chance on him earlier than expected. So, what do I think about Milroe? Initially, I wasn't high on him. I tend to be cautious about highly athletic quarterbacks who struggle with accuracy and consistency in the passing game. However, as the offseason has progressed, my perspective has shifted, especially considering the moves the Raiders have made at quarterback and the hiring of a new offensive coordinator. At this point, I'd be open to the idea of drafting Milroe, but it all depends on where he's taken. I don't see him as a first-round pick, but if the Raiders could land him in the 3rd round, I'd love that move. Even in the 2nd round, I wouldn't be entirely against it, given the team's current situation. This would actually be a great landing spot for Milroe. If a team drafts him expecting him to start immediately and carry the franchise, that's a risky move. But with the Raiders recently trading for veteran quarterback Geno Smith, they have stability at the position. Smith provides a reliable presence, and depending on the terms of his contract extension, this could be an ideal situation for Milroe to develop at the next level. The great thing about this situation is that the Raiders wouldn't need to throw Jalen Milroe onto the field right away. He could sit for a year or even two, whatever it takes for him to develop. And with Chip Kelly now in place as the offensive coordinator, I absolutely love the potential fit. Kelly has long been known as a creative, offensive-minded coach, and some even consider him a quarterback whisperer. He has experience working with mobile quarterbacks and designs his offense to maximize the strengths of his personnel. Given that, Milroe could thrive in the right system. That's why I'd be excited if the Raiders decided to take a chance on him. But as I've said before, it all depends on where he gets drafted. I don't believe he's worth the number 6 overall pick, and I wouldn't take him in the first round. However, if he were available in the second round, I could live with that selection. If he somehow slipped to the third round, I'd consider it a fantastic move. This year's quarterback class isn't viewed as particularly strong, and if that causes Milroe's draft stock to drop, it could set up a great situation for the Raiders. But what do you think, Raider Nation? How do you feel about the team meeting with Jalen Milroe and also evaluating Quinn Ewers from Texas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today's video. If you love Raiders content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one.